Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Jasmy update. So now that the big event of the week in financial markets is now behind us, the Fed has already increased interest rates. We now have less restriction on the chart, right? So we'll look at the chart one more time to try and see which way we are going with the Jasmy price chart. I'll talk about the price chart from a shorter time perspective as well as the bigger time perspective. We'll also take a quick look at the Bitcoin price chart because obviously whatever is going to happen with the Bitcoin price chart is going to affect what is going to happen with the Jasmy price chart. But before I do that, I just want to ask you to delicately tap that like button, make it colorful. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. People looking for this kind of information will now be able to find it much more easily. Also, I want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel because I do technical analysis on Jasmy on a regular basis. So if that's your thing, which I'm sure it is, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel and share the video with your friends and family. Okay, so without me running my mouth too much, let me get into the video. Let me begin here by explaining all these things that you see on the price chart so that you have less confusion about the price chart, right? So the main idea here is we are in a Wyckoff accumulation on the Jasmy price chart, and it looks something like this, right? This is just another example of a Wyckoff accumulation structure where you've got your phases, phase A, phase B, phase C, phase D, obviously, and then you've got phase E, right? So on the Jasmy price chart, I'm speculating that we are in phase C at the moment, right? So we're just going to look at the price chart to see are we meeting the conditions that are generally expected in a Wyckoff accumulation structure, right? So let's begin here with phase A, right here on the Jasmy price chart. You can see that I highlighted this area here, PS, which basically means preliminary support right here. At this stage, after prolonged downward momentum on the price chart, the first buyers start showing up right here. Obviously, we have a bounce right here, but this doesn't mean that the correction is done. We continue here where the retail traders are finally capitulating and we form what we have here as the selling climax right here. After this, we obviously have a automatic rally, which is denoted by an AR right here. So yeah, at this point, like after major selling right here, the big buyers also show up in the market to pump the price to the upside. Normally you can actually have a more than 100% bounce right here from this selling climax right here. Also, you've got this secondary test. So the main aim of this secondary test is to test the supply and the demand, right? And then from phase A we move on to phase D right here, of which in phase D you also have got this secondary test right here. You've got a wider range, right, of the price moving from the selling climax rate up until the top of the range right here, which is called trading range, right, or denoted by a TR. So basically in this phase B right here, the most important thing is we need to look at the volume, right? For example, you can see the note which is given here. It says that the volume should increase on rallies and diminish on pullbacks. So do we have something like that on the Jasmy price chart on phase B? Yeah, we have. You can see that here when we are rallying to the upside, we have got increase in the volume. When we rally to the downside, there is no volume right here. Same thing right here. We are rallying upwards, we have volume showing up in the market. Also, you could argue that it's the same thing happening, although we don't have much of the volume. Another characteristic of phase B is, yeah, you can have volume right here, but the volume is really erratic, right? You can see here you have volume right here. Really, you don't have nothing right here. So yeah, we meet the conditions in phase C. Right now we come to where we are right now, which is phase C, right, on the Jasmy price chart. Phase C is really scary in a Wyckoff accumulation structure because you have something that is called a spring, right? Basically what the spring is, it's downward price action that goes below the selling climax right here and the support right here. So it induces fear in retail traders. But the good thing about this phase is it is the lowest point in the Wyckoff accumulation structure. So from the spring here, we should be expecting a bounce right here, which gets us back into the trading range, right? And maybe something like a retest of this line of support right here, and finally we let this thing go right out of the trading range. Obviously, we still have got phase D to come up. One characteristic of the spring is, as mentioned on this document right here, it says the spring period misleads retail traders who believe a price breakdown and the lower low are imminent, but most of the times we actually continue to the upside, like what I just showed you moments ago, right? So yeah, this is what I believe is happening on the Jasmy price chart. Now let's look at the price chart from a shorter time perspective right here. Let's begin here on a daily time frame, but I want to draw your attention here to this last downward move that we had on the Jasmy price chart. I want you to notice that there wasn't much selling volume right here. Actually, it is another important characteristic of a spring, because really there isn't much volume when this thing happens right here, and then after that you can reverse to the upside, right? So yeah, we didn't have a lot of volume right here. You can see that look at this bar that we had right here. It's such a small bar here. Obviously it has a wick, but look at the amount of buying volume that we had right here. So yeah, this thing is actually looking like a genuine accumulation that is happening on the Jasmy price. So another thing to take note here on a daily time frame is you can see that we have this bullish engulfing candle happening at the moment. Obviously we haven't had the daily close just yet. The daily candle closes about 4 hours from the time I'm making this video right here. So another thing that we want to look at is also the RSI on the daily time frame right here. Let me quickly turn on my RSI indicator. So on the daily time frame, you can observe that we are actually oversold right here, and the last 5 times that we have had something like that, we have actually pumped significantly on the Jasmy price. And I'm going to show you here on a different chart. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about on the daily time frame. You can see that whenever we were oversold right here, for example on the 11th of May 2022 here, we were oversold right here, and we had this pump right here, right? I just want to measure it out of curiosity to see how big of a pump it was. So yeah, this one is showing 116%. It may not be looking as big on the chart, but it's actually huge right here. Let's check the other time it happened. Yeah, it happened here on the 6th of March 2022. You can see that we had a 380% pump to the upside. So you can say that it's really a massive thing to happen right here. Another time we oversold on a daily time frame on the Jasmy price chart was back here 18 December 2021 right here, and from there we had a 133% pump to the upside. Yeah, that's really good. And then the other time it happened right here was 5 July 2021. Let's see how big of a pump we got there. 807% pump. That's really nice. I mean, I'm not saying we're going to get 800% pump from the Jasmy price, but already you can kind of have an idea of what we could be headed for the Jasmy price chart in the immediate short term right here, right? So lastly, the last time we were oversold on the Jasmy price chart was 22 April 2021 right here, and then from that we had a 250% pump. So yeah, fingers crossed we are going to have the same thing right here on the Jasmy price chart. Obviously it's not a guarantee. All the indicators in the world could line up to tell you that this is a buy, and the price does the exact opposite. So but looking at the data, and if history is going to be anything like a guideline right here, we should be having a pump. And the good thing about this is happening on the spring right here. So yeah, we'll be looking to break this support right here, which is at 0.008, and then yeah, from there we'll see if we confirm the break of that resistance right here. Yeah, moving on to the next thing, the RSI right here. I wanted to show you some bullish divergence happening on a shorter time frame here. Let me go to the 4-hourly time frame, and you can kind of see that here on the RSI, which is right here. Let me close the volume profile. I don't need it anymore. You can see that we are in an uptrend on the RSI, yet we are on a downtrend in the price chart right, in the price action. So yeah, this is also massive bullish divergence. It's on the 4-hourly time frame. Let me check the 8-hourly to see if it's also there on the 8-hourly time frame. Yeah, kind of. Let's also check the OBV indicator, the on balance volume. Really here the magnitude of the OBV doesn't really matter. What matters is it going up or is going down. So basically you can see that here we are not doing nothing on the price side. Actually you could argue that we're going to the downside, right? But look at what the OBV indicator is showing right here. This is massive bullish divergence right here on the OBV on a daily time frame as well, right? So we can also look at the 12-hourly here and check what the MACD is showing us over there. Let me also quickly delete this OBV. And yeah, you can see that on the 12-hourly, the MACD is looking like there is going to be a bullish cross that is going to happen soon right here. We can even look at these bars right here. You can see that the price is going down right here, right? But look at this, what the bars are doing right here. Like, they're getting closer to each other. Normally when you see a divergence like this, it actually signals that a cross is coming in the immediate short term. And looking at the last times that we had a cross like this one here, you can see that yeah, eventually we broke to the upside right here. Also happened right here, we broke to the upside. Also happened right here, we broke to the upside. So yeah, fingers crossed we will be having some upward momentum in the immediate short term on the Jasmy price, so at least to take us, above this resistance right here at 0.008. I think from where we are right now, it's it's 11% pump. Yeah, that's really nice, something actually, not as big, but it's good. So yeah, these are the positive things that I see on the Jasmy prices. Now let's look at the Bitcoin price set, because obviously it's going to affect whatever is going to happen with the Jasmy price set, right? So let's check out if Bitcoin is healthy or it's a cycling, right? On the Bitcoin price chart here, we are at a very critical point, in the sense that we can either completely break down, or we could actually have a major bounce right here. So we are sitting on top of the last all-time high on as a support right here, so that's really massive to see. At the same time, when we pull out our fib retracement tool from the bottom of the last bear market right here to the top of the rally that we have right here, we have a technical support here at the 786 fib retracement level, and is the last retracement level. If we were to break below this level right here, things could really get bad for the Bitcoin price chart, and obviously it has direct effects on the Jasmy prices, so look out for that one, right? At the same time, if we would lose this level right here, look at it from Elliott wave perspective, we would have essentially formed a 1 2 3 4 5 right here if we break right here. But the bad thing about this thing really is, it's just the beginning of the first leg right here. If you have studied Elliott waves, you will actually know that if this is the first leg right here, the price could actually go further down here. Obviously I'm going to negative territory, but it's not going to be good for the crypto space in general. So yeah, be on the watch on the Bitcoin price chart, because it has direct effects on the Jasmy price chart. Yeah, so with that being said, I'm cutting this one right here. Comment in the comment section, tell me what you think about the analysis, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with your friends and family. Have a good one. Take care. Bye.